This is Caitlin Coleman for the Wesley Union AME Zion Oral History Project. The date is Saturday, March 19th, 2016. And if you could say your name for the recording.
My name is Geneva Johnson.
Thank you. Okay, Geneva, when were you born and where?
I was born in July 1926, 1934.
And what places have you lived, either within Harrisburg or outside
Harrisburg
of Harrisburg?
all my life.
All your life. Wow. And what stood out to you about growing up in Harrisburg? And
well, Harrisburg was a nice, friendly town, you know, and it was good back in the days, you know. We were more together as neighborhoods and all. School was fun, you know. We never had any problems in school, you know. So it was nice growing up.
Yeah. And what differences do you notice between the Harrisburg you grew up in and the Harrisburg now?
Well, when I grew up, it was nice. It was orderly and no problems. We really didn't have no problems. We had socials and parades and annual days, you know, different things that we celebrated. And today is so different because we have so many influx of different people from different areas, and it's just changed. It's not like it used to be. It's just more, how should I say, too busy. Too busy. I don't know if that's the word, or, you know, it's just so different now because the neighborhoods isn't like it used to be because you have an influx of people coming from all different directions. So you just have to learn to know who your neighbors are now, you know, and all like that. But it was fun as a kid, you know, growing up. We had after school programs, you know, we had different places. We went to the Y, we went to the, like, Girls Y, we went there all the time because they always have activities. And on the weekends, at the Boys Y, this is all in the community, you know, didn't have to take a bus any place. It was always walking distance. And they had the men's Y, and they'd have basketball games. So everybody, you know, would go to the kids, you know, we'd all go to the basketball games when they had them. And summertime, well, summertimes, well, the boys' Y, they had a swimming pool in there. The girls' Y didn't, but they allow us to, you know, have a day or two, you know, at the boys' Y to go swimming. They had swimming parties, rather. I put that on the weekends in the summertime.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you enjoyed school as a child. Where did you go to school? And
I went to school. My first school was Calder Building, and that was at 4th and Calder. No, I think it was Marion and Calder Street. Okay. And I think that school is gone now, but it's right there, a block from the Broad Street Market. Yeah. And that was our grade school. Then when we went there from first grade to the 4th grade, and then I think 5th grade to the 6th grade, we went to Wickersham School. That was another elementary school. And that was at Brig, and what street was that? They tore everything up, so now you have to forget. You know, you forget what streets it was. Oh goodness. Anyway, it was on Wickersham. Was on the corner of 7th and not 7th. It was Wallace. And I can't even think of the name of the street now. Brig and Wallace Street. There was an elementary school there. Yeah, and then from there we went to Cam Curtin Junior High. We went to the junior high school that was uptown. And that was at 6th and Camp Street, and that was from 7th to the 9th grade. Then from there you went to William Penn, which was up 6th and Division, up around that area. But I went to Edison on the Hill because I moved. I moved on another part of 7th Street. I lived on the hill, so I went to Edison Junior High School. And from there, then I went to John Harris High School. Finished there, so that was the schooling. Never went to college or anything like that.
What was, you said you enjoyed school. Do you have any specific memories that come to mind when you think of your school experience, or any favorite teachers maybe?
Oh, it's been so long. It was just fun. It was just everybody, we did sports together. We had after school programs, and it was just fun. But I can't remember every teacher, I can't remember, but it was all good. It was all good then.
That's good.
Yeah.
And what jobs have you held since then, like over the course of your lifetime?
Well, I worked at the Polyclinic Hospital. I worked there for 18 years. 18 years I worked there. And then from there I worked for the government until I retired. Yeah.
What did you do at both of those places?
Well, when I was in hospital, I more so took care of instruments, surgical instruments, and making up trays and different packs for the doctors for operations, It was kind of tedious, you had to make sure that every instrument was perfect. Because if not, the surgeon was pretty upset. But it was very, tedious work. And at that time, I sharpened hypodermic needles. Everything was not like it is now. Now you throw away this, you have plastic this and plastic that. But it was just more so surgical, doing surgical setups and taking care of different instruments, making sure everything's in place and stuff like that.
Okay. Let's see. We're going to move on here. Who are some important people in your life, and how have they impacted you or changed you maybe?
Oh, goodness. Oh. My. It's hard to really say because there was one lady I worked with. She was just a beautiful person. She's a Christian lady, and she was so inspiring. Of course, I was younger. We worked at the hospital, So she kind of took me under her arm, and she's leading me, and when you're young, you want to do this and you do that, and you get all upset and blah blah blah. But she was a stronghold, as to give you guidance and and stay on the Christian side. Of course, we went to Sunday school and stuff like that. I can't think of so many people you meet, but anyway, she was a love of mine. And I don't know, met other people, but I can't. Right now, I can't think of them.
Maybe some favorite memories with your parents, or did you have any siblings when you...
Yeah, I had 3 brothers and a sister, And as kids, we got along as we could, until somebody took somebody something else. This one went in their room, got that, and then, you had a fight. Then, your parents had to get in there and get you straightened out. Yeah, my mother, she was a beautiful woman, and what I liked about her and my dad, of course, my dad, he separated because he got another job, so he went to another state, so they just stayed separated that way. But my mother She was a powerhouse, she kept she kept everybody in control, and we had respect for everybody. Everybody respected everybody. Mm-hmm. If the neighbor said, don't do that or get off that fence, or, you listen, respect was just nice, Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody took you, they wouldn't let you go wrong. If they seen you wrong, they'd let you know. Mm-hmm. And you was just afraid that they didn't tell your parents, because you knew you was going to good. But growing up with the kids in the neighborhoods, it was just nice. We just had a good time. Mm-hmm. Good time. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. So.
Yeah. And how long have you been attending Wesley Union?
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I guess back in the 80s, mm-hmm. late 80s, I had came back here. Because my occupation, I didn't have weekends off, so I didn't have a chance to really come to Sunday morning churches. But other functions, I could... evenings, or something like that, I could attend. Mm-hmm. So I've been here for about 18. Well, I don't know. Since I think I've been back here since early 90s, maybe. Steady, Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Would you say that being a member of this specific church has been very important to you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, very. Yeah, to me, they're on the right track. They're saying the right things, I want to hear, knowing the Bible, you can't deviate, because I know, but it's been very good. We have some very good pastors in this church. Mm-hmm. Very good.
I'm actually glad you mentioned pastors in the church, because my next question is, what do you think makes for a successful leader in a church, either maybe with leaders that you've encountered or the pastor you have now, maybe?
Oh, well, they've been very inspiring, mm-hmm. and it's no, how should you say, it's no polishing this over, it's straightforward, mm-hmm. It's Bible, it's God. It's God. It's no, you can do this or, it's straight. It's no deviating away from God's word,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, hello.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Good morning.
Well, if I had known you were in here, I would knock first, but you can't keep me out.
No, can't keep you out.
Because you might have a problem on your hands.
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty.
You just push that.
Yeah. Close.
And that loud.
There we go. The lights are.
That their motor,
Motor, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Well, we can continue. What roles have you played in the church since you've been coming here?
Well, I am a deaconess. I'm on the trustee board. I'm in the culinary. I'm a member of the culinary staff. And any place we're needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you seem to be very involved in church and its ministries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do you think the church has impacted the surrounding community, or have you seen the community change at all based on the church's ministries?
Well, one thing, our pastor, he's phenomenal. I mean, he's always having something for us and the community, But seems like we have people for a while, but people seem to move a lot, So it's a off and on thing, say in the neighborhoods and whatever. But there are people in the neighborhood, some around up, that do come to some of our activities and all. So.
And if How do you think Wesley Union's identity and mission has changed over time, maybe as you've experienced it?
When you mean change?
I don't know, like the way that you reach out or the way that...
Yeah, they have a lot of outreach programs.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Norman does have a lot of outreach. And we have a lot of things that the community could come in, you know. So it's a lot of outreach, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. And if you were to describe Wesley Union to someone who maybe didn't know the church or wasn't very experienced with it, how would you describe like the goals and maybe just the atmosphere of the church?
oh well,
We might have to.
I'd say it's very good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good, and the outreach, like I say, the outreach is very good, and they have quite a few activities that you know that they put out that we welcome anybody in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Come those who will, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that way it's good, and we're a friendly church. We're outreach.
Mm-hmm.
We welcome everybody, and everybody has come there. It's always a good report about they enjoyed themselves and all like that. So I'd say it's all in all, it's good.
That's good. Yeah.
Tell Dee Dee I'll be with her. Oh, I'm sorry, you putting that on.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Trying to decide what to ask next. Yeah, I'll ask the similar question again, maybe more so about the AME Zion denomination. Is there anything that you wish that maybe people who weren't familiar with the denomination would know about it?
Oh, well, all I could say is we worship God, and we, you know, it's no deviation, you know, it's just all God run, you know. It's no little this or we do this or we do that, you know. I don't know. I just, you know, after you get to talking with them, you know, you can talk, you know, explain more, but all in all, it's God-based place, you know. No, you know, wishy-washy.
Okay.
And our pastor, he's good, you know. You don't put up with the junk, and he lets you know, you're going the wrong way or you're saying the wrong thing. You know, he'll correct you. So, but all in all, it's a good family church, you know. I mean, those that will, you know, have good. I'd say it's just good congregation, you know. Everybody seems to love everybody, you know. Haven't seen nobody come in. But we're really friendly here. You know, we get along good.
That's good. Yeah. Changing topics a little bit. Over your lifetime, what events and trends have stood out to you, maybe in the church or in the neighborhood or maybe in the city or even the country? That can be as open as you want it to be, but maybe like some events or trends that stood out to you over your lifetime.
Can't really think of anything, you know. Can't really. I call myself a good neighbor. And in my neighborhood we get along, you know, different people, and you know, we get along good. So I don't know, I don't really have a problem with people or anything. Yeah, so I know. That's all I know. Of course, you're going to be writing it up, but I mean, that's all I can say, you know.
maybe if this is another one of our questions, maybe since we're meeting in Harrisburg and it is the state capital, do you think your neighborhood has been well served by the state government, or what's your view of the state government?
Well, I'm not in that part. I don't know. Too many taxes, I know that. Taxes, too many taxes. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that one.
It's okay. I think we already covered this a little bit, but I can ask you again here. How has the neighborhood in the city of Harrisburg changed over the course of your lifetime?
It has changed. A lot of the people been here have died. A lot of people, because they were more of home people, And so now we have an influx of people from all over, which, however they live there, they're bringing it, how they live there, they're bringing it here, and this is how we live. It's just different because it's different people coming in from different areas, and not everybody's always friendly or whatever, and it's just a difference, it's just a difference. So,
yeah, you mentioned different people coming in and different experiences in the city. What has been your view of perhaps race relations in the city, maybe, and do you think that that's more so changed or stayed the same since you were a child?
It's hard for me to say because I'm really not out in the public, But, when you hear on the radio, there's a little quorum going on there, or, more so with the young people, younger people. And I think the drugs has just messed up the city. Because it's been quiet, but like I say, it's just sad, the way Harrisburg isn't like it used to be, This was always a quiet, good, hometown city, but they have so much influx of people from other areas, and I guess whatever they had, they bring with them. But all in all, we haven't had no problem, in my neighborhood. So.
Oh, you said your neighborhood is pretty peaceful. You haven't had any problems with it, but perhaps you have any memories of the civil rights movement or how that has affected the country or the city.
No, I never really got into that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about how the city has changed over time. How do you think you would like to see the city change again going into the future?
I really can't even answer that one, because I really can't. It's hard. I can't even answer that one, It's just, of course, I'm older now, so I'm not, I'm more of a homebody, church and homebody and travel. Other than that, I don't know. Oh yeah. One thing I don't like when parking tickets. Parking tickets. That's terrible. It's terrible. They put them out, and what will make me angry when they don't come. They'll have the thing out there, and then lots of times they don't even come and clean the street. They don't get there, but you have to pay that $30. And the one week, they really got me. They got me for $60. I don't know. That's all I can say.
Okay. Well, we can circle back a little bit here.
Because I can't be too long because my car broke down. So
yeah, I think I only have 2 more questions. Okay. So I was just going to circle back and ask maybe a little bit more about your family. if and when you got married, and if you have any
No, I'm
children.
single. Yeah.
You're single?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you said you had a brother, is that correct?
Yeah, I have three
Brother?
brothers and a
Three
sister.
brothers. Three brothers and a sister.
Mhm.
So what has been like your experience interacting with their families, maybe since you don't have
Yeah,
children
they're
of your
all
own?
grown. You know, so
Mhm.
all of them are in their 80s, and I'm in my
Mhm.
80s, so all of them are grown now. They're grown and gone, you know. But my sister, my brothers, they still live here,
Mhm.
and most of their children are all here too. So we get along as a family, real good.
That's good. Would you
Mhm.
say maybe the church is more so is part of
They're
your
all
family
church.
as well?
They're all church.
Mhm.
But you know, some of them go different churches, but we're all churched.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the congregation, would you maybe consider them as part of your family?
Oh yeah.
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 Mhm.
Yeah. Great people.
That's
Really
good.
great.
Okay. I don't think I have any other like specific questions, but if there's anything else you want to tell me or about
No.
yourself or
Your leader,
Talk
he grabbed me out here, and I said, "No, I don't want to do that." I said, "I don't have nothing to say," you know,
Mhm.
whatever. But it was my grandparents. You know, in fact, they had some booklets out there and of the older people
Mhm.
during the course of years, and one had my grandfather's picture on. I was so excited about that, but I don't know, that disappeared. You know, sometimes you put things down, people, oh, I like that. Well, I'm going to take this, I want to borrow it. And, you know, it never comes back. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I had two aunts. They were school teachers, and I know the one she came. I don't know where my other aunt, if she stayed with this church or I can't remember. It's a long time ago.
Mhm.
But all in all,
Mhm.
and then at the same time, I had a lot of cousins. They went to, you know, their mother and father's church, or you know, they followed the father, you know, their church and all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have specific things you remember about your grandparents? You mentioned you saw a picture of your grandfather.
Oh yeah, I forget how. There was 9 of them,
Mm-hmm.
but very, very oriented family. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. The older people, they were the strong people, and you know, the day is so different, but we were just, you know, loving each other and having family reunions. And we always look forward to that, and that was always nice. Yeah. Then after a while, everybody scatters. Somebody's leaving town, or going with their husband here, and they're moving there. And I have some relatives, they went to New York, they're still there. Those that are living, you know, so it was always nice to have reunions to get to see everybody. Mm-hmm. So, is that it now?
Yeah, that's.
I don't want to miss my ride. My car's
Okay.
come out this morning, my car wouldn't start.
Mm-hmm.
But we're reversing now.
Yeah.
I have to find a way and get here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope that helps you out.
Oh, it does. Definitely.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go.
Yep.
That's
It's all
all right.
good.
And there's Joy. She is so special.
I gotta go.
She
I
is.
gotta go.
She is so.
I've already been interviewed.
I know. I'm just telling her how special you are. Oh, listen. She's a school teacher. She's a retired school teacher, and I tell you,
Oh.
she got it. And she's a good speaker. You know, when she opens her mouth, you have to listen because she's that good.
Okay.
Yes. So what are they going to do with all this here? making a movie or
Well,
a
I think
booklet?
that was the original plan, but I think it's going into, we have a digital Harrisburg project that's ongoing at school, where we have essentially a map, an interactive map of the city of Harrisburg, and we connect different people and their stories to different locations on the map. And for this, it's going to be the section on the Wesley Union.
Oh,
So-
goodness. That'd be